Joe's Old Tech. Yesterday's tech of tomorrow. Today.
Today we are looking at the JVC GR-SV3. I'm just going to pan up for a bit so you can see the glory of this box there. This is a box it came in. I was very lucky to get hold of one in its original box. Slight damage of course, but then, you know, this came out in 94, 95, so I was lucky to get one in a box. Just a simple plain brown cardboard box there. Warranty inside, JVC, telling you the weight, 2.3 kilograms, very plain. Often these had little illustrated diagrams of the camcorder itself, but this doesn't. But when you see this camcorder, I think you'll be impressed with the style of it, as I always have been. And I would argue that this camcorder is the most versatile camcorder, especially the most versatile VHS-C compact VHS camcorder that was ever produced by anyone. So let's have a look. I'll just open the box here. Now, this isn't an unboxing video, as I always say in my videos when I've got a box I'm undoing. First of all, we've got the instruction booklet. Lucky to get that as well. GR-SV3. There's a little tease of what it looks like there. I'm not going to milk it. Let's get the camcorder out right now. Behold, in all its splendor, look at that, the JVC GR-SV3. Now, this is, I'm surprised again to see that no one's ever done a video about this. It appears I'm the first person to ever do a hands-on user video review of this camcorder, like I was with the Sony DCR DVD-7E. So I'm glad to be the first one to do this, because this camcorder came out in 1994 and 1995. Compact VHS. If you haven't seen a compact VHS cassette before, here's one, still boxed. I'm going to use this in a little while, so we'll open it and have a look. I thought I'd video the opening of this because once this is opened, that'll be one less mint sealed VHS-C cassette left in the world. So let's open it and have a look. TDK. There we go. That's the actual cassette. There we go. Now, just as a comparison between this cassette and a regular size VHS cassette, there. Let's have a look. That's your regular VHS size, and this is your compact VHS or VHS-C, which is a hell of a lot smaller. Obviously, when video camcorders first came out, they used these, and they were massive, great things. But of course, with the advent of these, VHS-C, compact VHS, they could reduce the size of the camcorder, and look how small they made it with that. Now, of course, what is the advantage, apart from size, what's the advantage of having a camcorder that shoots on VHS-C? Well, if you shoot on a format, say, around about a similar time, there was camcorders that had a slightly similar face-on style to this made by Sharp, the Sharp View cams. They used 8mm cassettes, but of course, to play those on your TV, you would have to have a line coming out of your camcorder going directly into your TV, whereas with the VHS-C compact VHS, what you could do is, now this camcorder comes with one of these, which is great. You get a cassette adapter. I've shown the use of one of these in one of my previous videos, but what you do is you get the adapter. Oh, there was me there, hello. And just like as if you're putting it into a miniature sized video cassette recorder. You stick the tape in, close that up. Now you need a battery in here because it's motorized. When you put the battery in, this goes in and you hear a whirring sound, and obviously it's just tape. It takes the tape out and winds it around the rollers of this adapter mechanism. So it would take that tape and it would wind it around these larger, so it would come out to wider to the top of this. So you can play this in your normal video cassette, video player and recorder you'd have at home. So that's the benefit of VHS-C or compact VHS, is that you can play it with an adapter on your video recorder you've already got at home. So you don't have to wear out your camcorder by using it to play the cassette as well. If you played it on your video recorder, it preserves the life of the camcorder itself. Now look at this, isn't this a beauty? So let's turn it on onto the camera mode. I'll run through the specs and the there we are, there's me there. Now as you'll notice, this is a camcorder which is perfect for videoing yourself because it's got the LCD screen right there. There's the lens there. You've got the, there we go, the zoom, hello. Power zoom it's got there. I'll look up and see what that, I think that's 10 times zoom it's got there. Or is it 12? We'll get into that later. But yeah, so you've got this screen there, which is handy, but what about if you want to film something else? Well, the screen flips up. And then if you wanted to film, if you wanted to hold it and you could see what you were filming from the LCD screen and use it like a, like a normal camcorder or a camera. I mean, the size of this is just like a large stills camera really, isn't it? But let's have a look. We should put the tape in, I suppose, shouldn't we? I think there's one already in there, but this is one that came with it. So let's take it out. Look at that, just like a miniature. Well, it is. This is actually, as I'm going to get into, the versatility of this camcorder. This is not only a camcorder, it's also a VCR. Yes, you can record television programs on this. Close it. There we go. So there's the lens there. I'll just move this up so you're not looking at me all the time. There's the lens there. That's the zooming in and out. That's the microphone there. That's the tally lamp that shows you when you're recording. There's this little handy stand which flips out. Just so you can stand it up if you're watching back video you've shot, or if you're watching TV. How can you watch TV on this chair? Well, you shall see. So that's handy. It's got the mount there to put it on a tripod. What else have we got here? We've got a volume dial there. This underneath, lucky to still have this in here. That's, you can plug headphones into there. Okay, and next to that is the speaker there. I'll show you those in a little while. Up the top there. Now, that's for when you're the top. There we go, getting in focus. Camera, obviously for when you're filming. Off, turn it off. Video when you want to play back your videos. As you can see there, message. It's got this message feature. Now, part of this camcorder's versatility is the ability to use it like you'd use a post-it note on your fridge to leave a message to a family member. You can use this as a video message system. So what you would do is have it turn to message like I've got there, and to record a message you push the separate record buttons here. There's a message play and a message record button there. I'll just point this out. There's a display off button there. I don't think you can turn it off while you're in message mode, no. If I put that in camera mode, you can turn off the display there. So I'll do that while I'm recording this video, so I don't keep turning up on the video all the time. I'll just show you the message function. So to record a message, you push the message record button there. The tally lamp is on, and then you record your message. I'll record a quick message. Right, now I've recorded a message. When you record a message, you see the tally light flashes green instead of red. So if you had this plugged in, let's just play the message and see what. So you push play there. It immediately rewinds to the beginning of the message I recorded, and you can see your message. There we go. Here we go.
So the idea of this is you would have your SV3 plugged into the mains, and then you could leave a message for someone, and when they come in they would see the light was flashing, it will flash green.
Not flashing, but
show you that there's a message, and obviously they just push play to see the message. So that's quite a handy little feature.
yeah, so you'd use this like a like a post-it note you might have on your fridge. It's a a video post-it note, which is a pretty cool feature, isn't it? So yeah, so not only use it a camcorder, you can use it to leave messages, which I think is pretty cool. So that's one of the features. I'll just show you the top here. Oh, of course, there's as well as the LCD screen, you can use the there we go, the little viewer there. So you can use that instead of the LCD screen. I think this is where battery goes in when you want to keep the date and stuff like that. But on the top here is the controls for when you're playing back, which is handy. Play 5-second record. It's got a 5-second record feature if you just want to shoot for 5 seconds. If you a retake button. If you're recording and you don't like what you just recorded, you push the retake button and it will rewind to the beginning of that take, and then you can record over it, which is handy. Yeah, and obviously there's a little LCD display there telling you how much tape's been used. 33 seconds there. Counter reset button. If I want to reset the counter, just push that. So that's a good little handy display. This is where the battery goes. I've put in a modern battery. I'll show you the battery there. Let's just turn this off to save the battery. I'll show you what else comes with it. All the usual things you'd expect. I've already shown you the... This is the battery I got with it. It's not the original battery. It's a Camlink battery, but it's quite huge. But luckily, modern day batteries, modern day versions of these batteries are a lot smaller. You can get larger ones, but you can see the size of that. That clips in there, and it doesn't, it doesn't take up too much space. In fact, it's flush with the front of the camcorder there. So that's a great size battery. Yep, came with the adapter, of course. The adapter, so you can play the tapes in your VCR at home. A charger for charging the battery, and it's also got a, where is it? There's a way you can plug it into the mains and power the camcorder off the mains, which is one of these. This just clips in where the battery goes. Now, where would this go on the... I see, right. So, apart from that, you've got your usual leads and connectors. I'll show you what this is in a little while. So that's pretty much what it comes with. So to connect it to the mains, what you would do is... This was really good condition. This was pretty much as new when I bought it, which is a rare find because you do often see these coming up on eBay. It's a handy little little cloth there for wiping smudges and things off. There you go. These do come up on eBay, but it was so rare to find one with a box. But that's the thing with old tech. If you want to get hold of some old tech, wait it out. Don't jump on the first one you see. Just try and get the one in the best condition you can get, which is what I did with this, and it paid off. I got this. I think I got this for about 20 quid, including postage, which was ridiculous. So yeah, to plug it into the mains, this is the mains connector. That slips in where the battery would have gone. That goes into the charger, the power adapter, and then you just plug it into the mains and you're good to go. So obviously if you were using this as the video message function, it'd be best to have it plugged in the mains, because otherwise you might leave a message and the battery would run out and then no one would know there was a message waiting for them. So that was their plan. I mean, this was at a time when they were where all camcorder makers were looking at different things they could do with their camcorders. Sharp View Cam. In Japan, they had a view cam which you flipped upside down and put into a holster sort of adapter, and you could use it to make video calls, to send little video messages over the phone line. I'm not sure if they brought it out over here. I'll have to look into that, and if they did, it'd be great to get hold of one of them. But anyway, so yes, the JVC compact VHS. There we go. LCD camcorder GR-SV3. I was so pleased to get this in the condition that I got it in. It was just amazing. So yeah, I'll show you what this is. Now this is a little, I don't know if this has even ever been used. This is a little canopy, because you've got the LCD screen, and if there's a lot of sun about, look at that. That reminds me of, you know, when you had to watch the telly at school and had wheel in a video and a TV in a little box, wouldn't they? You know, like a cupboard. It would open. Look at that. How cool is that? Oh, wrong way around. So yeah, so you open it up. And this, let's see how this clips on. So this clips onto the screen, so if you're watching a message or watching back your video, you don't have to worry about any sun glare on the screen, because this blocks out any external light from getting to the LCD. So that's a great little thing to have. That's very handy. Very well thought out, JVC, the inventors of VHS, as they often point out on the videos. But that's a handy little extra to have. Let's just get that off without breaking it. How do you get that off? Blimey. Right, let's... Yeah, easy to get on, not so easy to get off. Ah, there we go. There we are. So that's a handy feature to have. So this was like one of the first video selfie camcorders, wasn't it? You could film yourself and see what you were doing, or you could film it the other way around. So yeah, look at that, great. Now, as I said before, this is also a VCR. How would that work? Well, there we go. These are the attachments to attach it to your telly. So there's the AV for the video, that's for the audio there, because it's only mono, unfortunately. Now, as you can see, you can have the AV. You see that there? AV set to in or out. Oh, there's a little remote thing there, so we can have a little remote for it. So obviously you set that to in if you want to use it as a VCR, or out if you're using it to play on your TV. But obviously when you've got the adapter, why would you bother? So how could you watch TV on this? Well, before I got hold of this camcorder, I got hold of a really cool accessory in preempting, in the hope that one day I would get one of these. And I got this compact VHS TV tuner, which, yeah, as you can see, was like 30 quid back in the day. And I don't know if that was a discount either, but made by JVC, of course, and made specifically for this SV3. Now, this is just so cool. I would have loved to have had one of these back in the day. But all you get with it is just the little booklet about it there. It shows it there. Looks like a little walkie-talkie, doesn't it? But I'll show you what it is. How cool is this? Right, now with this, the TU V20E, you can watch TV on your JVC. Now, how do you do that? You set it, first of all, you set it to video. You, as I've got set there, you have the input set to in. Can you see that there? Video set to in. That's it. See the video set to in up there. So you take the TU-V20E and it plugs in there into the video, the AV socket there. And that's the DC in, so that's the way it gets the power. Because it gets the power, you don't need batteries for this, it gets the power from the camcorder itself. So you plug that in there, clips in place. There you go, you can see it's got a little aerial. Is it from the back there? There's the aerial. Let's put that up. Now, I'll just move the, how cool is that? So you've got the aerial that you can move around to adjust. And here's your channel buttons there. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you the TV working because, of course, this is analog. And now everything's gone digital, annoyingly, all the analog signals have been turned off. So, unfortunately, this TU-V20E is totally obsolete. But I wanted to get hold of one because to make this video, which I was planning on making, I thought in the future if I make a video about this camcorder it would be great to have one. So yeah, so you put the little stand up there, you put the put your aerial up and tune in the TV. It's got for the UK you had to set it to, there's these two settings up there, you had to set it to the I setting there, and then change your channels with the channel up and down buttons there. You can auto presets, there's a memory. So how cool would that be? In 1994, 1995 when this came out, how cool would have that been? That you could hold in your hand a TV VCR combo and camcorder and message system in your hand. I mean, how cool would that be? I mean, I would have loved to have had this in the 90s, even in the early 2000s, I would have loved to have had this as a means of watching TV anywhere you want, in your hand, and as a VCR as well. I mean, it's mind-boggling, really, isn't it? That, you know, since videos came out in the 80s, I mean, they were invented years before that, but obviously people started to get them in the 80s, became more common in the 80s, and by the 90s, you could hold a TV VCR in the palm of your hand. I mean, how cool is that? If you had a caravan or, you know, just going on holiday somewhere, or, you know, you were just a teenager who wanted to watch telly upstairs and watch what you wanted to watch while everyone else was watching something else downstairs, you could just watch TV on this. I mean, it's just brilliant. I think it's fantastic. But like I say, now they've removed the analog signal. You can't watch anything on it, which is a real shame, but you never know. One day something might happen and analog signal might be reused again. Maybe, you know, maybe there could be local TV that could use it. I think they're selling off a lot of the analog signals to mobile phone companies. I think that was the plan, but yeah, it's just a shame it got turned off because now I can't use this as a built-in TV video combo. But just look at it. Fantastic. I think I actually got this for about a £5, this TV tuner, because obviously it's totally obsolete. No one can use it for anything now. So it looked like I was the only one who wanted it, but I had to get it. And then to take it off, you just push these, there's a button there and there's one on the other side. Pinch them together. Actually, probably better to turn the machine off first. And unplug it, push the aerial down. But how cool is that? You could receive TV on something as small as that. So there it is. I suppose we should do a little test, shouldn't we? I'll do a little video test of the SV3 so you can see the quality of it. I shall film that and stick the footage I record in here. So this is a test of the JVC GR-SV3 in SP mode. Film the birds having a chomp there. the 3x zoom. What I like about this camcorder, apart from the style, is the simplicity. There's not hundreds of menus and things you've got to scroll through. In fact, there's no menu built into this at all. Everything you need is either a button or a dial physically on the camcorder itself, which I really like. The simplicity. I am now outside filming on the JVC GR-SV3 in SP mode. See how close we can get to these roses. Now, there's no manual way to adjust the focus on this. The only way you can adjust anything is with the zoom. This is far from a pro camcorder, but as a point and shoot, going on holiday, family function sort of camcorder, this is perfect. In the LP mode, so you may notice a slight change in quality there, but that's LP, filming the birds having a shop. Okay, now filming outside on LP on the GR-SV3. It's handy having this LCD screen that you can flip up, because I can see what I'm recording now, or I can use the built-in viewfinder as well, so it's really versatile as well as being simple to use without lots of complicated menus. Point and shoot, job's a good one. And zoom in if you like. So let's have a look at the instructions. There we go, it's a nice little illustration there of the camcorder itself. Do's and don'ts. Quite lucky to get these with it. It's also, what else we got here? There's the guarantee certificate. Unused. I wonder if I could still fill that out and send it off to them, eh? Probably not. Probably ran out years ago. JVC, I wonder if they're still there in London. I'll have to look that up. So that's the guarantee. What else did it come with? Our warranty addresses for all around Europe. Obviously this was the European version. So the addresses for that. Yeah, a little bit more information there. So I won't go through this whole thing, but let's see on this page, it talks about the major features. See? Major features. Message mode. Power zoom is a 3x zoom. A self timer, which is handy, which is good because with the LCD at the front, you can see yourself, and you can see if you're filming yourself and other people at the same time. You can see, you know, make sure you're all framed correctly because of the front-facing LCD. Yeah. Swing monitor there. Quick record. It's got a 5-second record mode. Instant reshoot. Seek function to, you know, if you're seeing what you want to fast forward each section of what you recorded, and the LCD panel. Those are what it says are the main features. And the accessories, which I think I've got all of these. Yeah, so I've got the charger that came with the one I got. Battery pack. I brought a replacement one, so it doesn't matter. The cassette adapter, yep. Shoulder strap, video cable, battery, that's obviously in the camcorder itself, the sun hood, cable adapter, and cleaning cloth. So this one I got came with all the accessories, which is a rare find. So yeah, it just gives you the details, you know, usual things, how to put in the battery, how to load the cassette, shooting, playback, you know, it's quite clearly set out, which is a good little guide. All the you know, telling what the buttons and the connections, what everything is, everything you'd expect basically. Ways to connect it, preparations, how long it will shoot with the. Yeah, depending on the battery, the one I've got in is a V22U I've got in, so with the LCD off it'll shoot for 140 minutes, or with it on 95 minutes, which is pretty good, isn't it? So yeah, so everything you'd expect in your instructions, you know, blah 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 blah, shooting guide, yeah, bits and bobs there about the hood there, the sun hood. Playback. Oh, it's got. Oh, that's something I didn't realise. I'll have to have a look at that. Tracking. That's handy. Message mode. Yeah, it basically tells you all you need to know, which is what you'd expect from an instruction booklet. There we go. Marvellous. So yeah, something I didn't mention before. Yeah, tracking. The tracking is also the date set. So there's the eject button there. Tracking for when you're using this as a VCR, or you know, just using it to review what you've recorded. The date set button there, and for SP and LP. On your SP, get the better quality footage there. So there it is, the JVC GR-SV3. I don't think I've missed anything out. So you got the JVC strap there. But it's just nice and compact, isn't it? That handy little stand for when you're watching your videos back, or watching TV, as you could have done back in the day. That's the battery release there. The lens and viewfinder there. But it's just a great compact, it really is a compact VHS. Compact and handy. So you'd shoot your video, stick it in your adapter, watch it on your normal video, which is the benefit of having compact VHS rather than 8mm. And there we have it. But well, like with all old tech, I mean, when this came out, this would have been hundreds of pounds. Not quite sure exactly how much this was, but it would have been well over 500 quid. And now I got it for about 20 quid. It's just crazy how things like this become obsolete, but yet they are design classics, and the technology involved in it is just, I just think, fabulous. The fact that you've got a camcorder, LCD screen, built-in VCR in something as small as this, which, you know, you could take on holiday, do your videoing on it, and if you were in the UK or in Europe, or actually, and I think in America, I think this worked, you could have watched TV on it and used it as a VCR. I mean, how amazing is that? And yet now things like this, everything's become downloaded and digital, isn't it? I really do miss the days of stuff like this. Hence, Joe's Old Tech. So I think let's have a look. There's some, there's the brightness and colour controls. I mean, they really have thought of everything with this camcorder. You've got a camcorder, VCR, you can adjust the colour and brightness when you're watching back. You've got the microphone there, you've got the speaker there, control the volume there. Built-in message and video. I mean, it's got everything. What else? What more could you want from a camcorder? And again, I'm surprised and quite shocked that no one's ever done a video about this camcorder before, because apart from just its design, it's just fantastic. I mean, this is just, it is a classic, isn't it? That is a design classic. This is a camcorder. I shall make use of the supplied cloth and wipe some finger smudges off this complete design classic. This really is fantastic. I can't go on about it enough. I've gone on about it for as long as this is at the moment. But yeah, I mean, just look at it. I could literally do a video about this and just not say anything and just slowly rotate this in my hands and just let you wallow in the majesty of the JVC compact VHS GR-SV3. I think I've covered everything about it. That's obviously the record button there. I mean, it's just, and look at the way it's been designed here with this curving here and there. So it's just perfect to hold. It really fits comfortable in the hands. You know, somewhere to put your thumb, for your left thumb there, your right thumb there. It just feels really comfortable to hold. Around the front, this is curved. It just fits really nicely in the hands. It's really nice to hold, and obviously holding it two-handed, it's going to be a lot steadier than holding, you know, your traditional camcorder in one hand. So it's going to be a lot more stable. It's just, I love it. So I hope you love it too. So there it is. Let's get rid of that. Let's just set up a shot there. The JVC GR-SV3, an absolute design classic. A camcorder that deserves to be remembered, it deserves to be celebrated, hence this video. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.